I'm getting in position and waiting for a fall.
Sorry.
Somebody pull his chair away. You will never be allowed to forget that.
Until somebody leaks it. It's got to be surpassed at some stage.
Never. Oh, it might happen. Not when there's a camera there though. In that position, right in that position. What's the chances? Really, Andy?
That's right, Chef. Chris, this is Susan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
How are you?
Tell them what you want. This is the video, man.
If it's possible, I'm going to try and get a 10-second video that I can share with the head office for Christmas, so I don't know if you...
What do you want to do in the 10 seconds?
Well, anything you lot want to do to support you, to
Just
show...
we're going to present the check and stuff
But it's
now.
not, if you don't want me in it, just want...
We don't want you.
No, you don't want me in it. We only want the supporters.
Well, how many?
You can have them like that.
Susan Jackson. She's from the Cystic Fibrosis Trust, and as most of you, 99% of you know, we had an event on the 3rd of October, and we started off where we hatched the plan. David Browder's, Davey. When you come, Davey. Davey's idea was to, between us, we thought if we raised £1,000, we'd be delighted. But we never took stock of what we were dealing with when we opened that particular box. You guys just, unbelievable actually. And that's why we're here today, is because we've already given the money, but now we want to do the check so that we can get it on the website and whatnot. So if you come in the middle, Susan. You got a camera, guys, £3,690.69.
That's great. That's brilliant.
Let's get a tree. It's here. Get on my belly all day. Come on.
Done.
In there.
Say a huge thank you for inviting me to today's do the check presentation and also for organising the football event. It was absolutely amazing. As Simon said, my name's Susan and I'm a community fundraiser for the Cystic Fibrosis Trust in the north, which covers Scotland, Northern Ireland and the north of England. And the Cystic Fibrosis Trust is the only UK charity campaigning for better treatment and drugs, access to care for those with cystic fibrosis, and we also fund a great deal of groundbreaking research as well. So your donation, which was utterly amazing, and I've had the extra money hands today, so that will take you over the £4,000. It's just utterly unbelievable. So it's a huge thank you from us to you, because we couldn't do it without you. The landscape in the last year has changed dramatically. So we have about 10,600 people in the UK with cystic fibrosis, 900. Those kind of alarms really do freak people out. So yeah, there's about 900 people in Scotland with cystic fibrosis, and at the moment there is no cure. So So that can mean that people with cystic fibrosis is an inherited condition, and 1 in 25 of us actually carry that faulty gene, but it needs both parents for it to be inherited to the children. But that can mean a shortened life expectancy, it can mean a regime of many tens and hundreds of drugs a week and daily physiotherapy, so it can be really intrusive in somebody's life. Most of the time people will spend time in hospital. Kaftrio, one of the new modulator drugs, has changed the landscape dramatically in the last year, but it isn't a cure and not everybody can take it, so we're still fighting to make sure that we can get access to drugs that everybody with cystic fibrosis can take, and also to be there for the community to help them with practical support and financial support. So just to put it in context, your donation could fund 33.5 days for a PhD student to study in a research centre, or 246 hours in our helpline. So it's amazing, and I really honestly cannot thank you enough. So very well.
Just a different disease. Guys, Davey's daughter, Laura, passed with cystic fibrosis 5 years ago, David? Six. And my daughter, Louise, 10 years ago, which is why we put this on today. So thank you from Davey and I. You happy?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
You're happy, I'm happy.
Does that PhD student, after 33.5 days, does he go home at lunchtime? Just chuck it?
We're wanting to be there as much as possible, but it's a phenomenal already.
You're now an honorary member of the football club.
You can come in every week.
Well, there you are, Sunday mornings are on the clock. Somebody get signed up. Guys, while we're on the topic of cystic fibrosis, walking football is starting to have an influence. You see the influence that had in our community. The same's happening in Drumchapel, it's happening in Gifford, it's happening all over Scotland and Europe apparently. But right here at home, Glasgow Life are making some partnerships that are starting to make some real inroads into the communities in different ways. And Drew's going to give us a wee 2 minute just to oversee of what we're doing with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and the kind of special sessions that we've got going. Thanks, Drew.
I got it!
Afternoon, folks. First thing, we have on a Wednesday a dementia session which is run at Tory Glen. It started off as a bonus that Matt got from the Macleay Trust, 3 years worth of funding to do work with football with folks with Alzheimer's or dementia. It's been a funny journey because we managed to catch people that we didn't think we wanted to catch. That sounds weird. We thought that the best people to catch were the uncles, the aunties, the brothers, the cousins that we all know at home. We all know at home who are looked after by carers. You know, and this is why it's important for clubs like Pollok, Chapel United, the guys who are in the community. If you know someone who's related or someone who was in the club has got dementia and an interest in football, get them down to Tory Glen on a Wednesday because it's a superb session. We've now got 17 guys with dementia. The oldest is 89, who used to play with Queen's Park. He's stage direction again. Who has just been with us from the start. When he arrived, he was an ex-over-50s badminton player, squash player, and had a bit of balance about him. 6-7 weeks into the programme, he's now got balance. These guys are walking backwards, they trust their feet. They're really starting to come on, so it's a super session. The great thing about it is we're helped here by Russell Swanson, David Denham, with Jim Villas from Cystic Fibrosis Trust somewhere. There's in the corner, and with Peter Jordan in the corner here. Too many corners. And we do need the coverage. It's superb. 17 guys with dementia who come from care homes, who come from a strange area for us, alcohol-related brain damage. So tonight or over the Christmas period, before you go and get absolutely out your skull, just realise that alcohol actually plays havoc with the small grey cells, as Pollok used to say. So that's the dementia programme. It's worked really, really well. We've got a core of 17 clients, and on a Thursday we started a Parkinson's programme. The Parkinson's programme itself came from the We Are Undefeated advert. You've seen it likely on the internet, you've likely seen it on Facebook. It's a campaign where people with disabilities talk about them in very small chunks, about how exercise is a positive influence in their life. The guys we're working with Parkinson's have only been diagnosed maybe 2 to 3 years into their cycle. So they're fairly mobile, they're fairly young compared with some of the guys in here. I think some of the guys are, late 50s. So, yeah, really 50s, really.
I thought it was a waistline you're talking about.
Yeah, side profile. So these guys are part of a 10-week programme that we've done with Parkinson's UK. So we approached Parkinson's UK, we said, we believe walking football can be a positive benefit again in these guys' lives. Why don't you work with us? The end result we're looking for is a pilot programme, 10 weeks. At the end of that programme, we're going to incorporate it hopefully into the Glasgow Life ongoing walking football cycle. And we're also hoping to produce a report which will kind of detail the journey that they've been on from week 1 to week 10, managing things like mobility, their ball control, their skills, how they feel, how confident they feel. And then we're going to be able to produce a module which we'll put to Walking Football Scotland and also out to the clubs like Pollok, where with Parkinson's in the community, you'll be able to start running small dedicated groups to help the guys in that area. Again, we've got a hardcore of about 10 players. Similar guys helping out, again, Russell, Jim, Peter, and David Denham. Here's Davey. Yes. There he is. David. I just thought you'd be running about with a ball here. And this group of people are just, we had four ladies who didn't play football at all, and we've been able to coach them, and they're confident with the ball at their feet, they can move, they can change direction. Some of you guys in here might want to come to the Thursday session. You can settle down, because it's a lovely unit. What we found is that the back end, we used to play a wee game of 5s or 6 or 7 aside, depending on how many were there. That has become secondary. The football's become secondary. The skills and the drills, which I guess if we all think back when we were playing, are like hellish. Another drill, another shooting practice. They love it. The guys actually love the drills because it's like an exercise program for them. So they can build up a sweat and really enjoy themselves. So the dementia program is going really, really well. The Parkinson's program is going really, really well. And one of the things that we're also doing, really at both sessions, is using the Football Memory Scotland stuff. I don't know if you guys have worked with it. But what that does is it kind of takes this idea of not revolving images, but images of people of the past. The guys with dementia have just come alive for minutes at a time when they're starting to talk about football 20, 30, 40 years ago. And it's great to see them relate to things where it's part of their life, talking about the Celtic, talking about the Rangers, talking about Clyde, for goodness sake. The rumour has it that, being in Glasgow, the kind of guys were split 50-50. Since Davies Hart started working with us, I think a lot of these guys have converted. They now know what Clyde supporters So the Football Memories card system and the ability to know guys has been really, really useful.
And what we're doing in here on the Monday at 2 o'clock, after our session on the Monday, after our coffee and tea, is the Sporting Memories Scotland with Jim Purvis. Again, Davey, Stuart, wee Alec, he's in there somewhere. There's a few of us, Andy Mackey, and it's really, really good, and it's not always sporting memories, but it's just a good session. It's a good, and what we plan to do with that in the new year is tie it into what Drew's talking about there in the wider community. So, with no further ado, I'd like to present Drew with this Pollok United medal. Now, this has nothing to do with football memories or sporting memories. This is for his fall at Wilson's ditch in part one in the cages, which I think was the highlight of all the video footage of that so far. Okay, we're really back on schedule. Guys, a wee update on not so much where we've been this year and all the stuff we've been doing, which is what we're talking about, but where Glasgow Life are taking this over the next year and where we're all headed. Mark, that runs it. Thank you.
Guys, I'm just going to say just a couple of things. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But just what Simon's saying there, obviously where we're kind of going. They're obviously the kind of ideas that we have is obviously evolving quite quickly, and obviously Drew's given you an insight into how we've developed things over the past year, especially coming out of COVID when there's been a lot of people who have found like kind of isolation has been quite severe for a lot of people. So getting people back out has been our biggest challenge, but the importance of what you guys do on a week-to-week basis is bringing more people out, because when they come along they get the warmth and the hospitality from what you guys offer and the friendships, and that's what I would always say, looking around this room today, if you didn't have your love of football, pretty much where would you actually be? And I take my hat off to you guys who week in and week out obviously kind of come out and enjoy what you do. But going into next year from a kind of competitive element, on the first weekend of April we're having our very first Glasgow Trophy. Now this will be spelled over 4 days. The Thursday will be the over 70s tournament, the Friday will be the over 60s tournament, Saturday will be a women's only event and a non-competitive festival similar to what we're going to have next Monday for many of you who will be taking part, and then the Sunday will be the over 50s tournament. So we are open, and you'll see the kind of advertisement coming out within the end of this week and into next week for that, because we're hoping to bring a different kind of clientele into that as well. We're going to be hoping to bring in clubs from down south in England, maybe over Northern Ireland and Wales as well, so they're going to hopefully be coming up for that, so it gives us a different challenge, shall we say, to that. But also that's just a kind of brief idea of what competition aspect is. I just want to take this opportunity as well just to say a few thank yous. One of the first thank yous I want to say is to the guys at Pollok United, and it's great that Andy can be here as well. We have so many different partnerships with various clubs across the city. Colin's obviously here with the Drum Chapel one that's kind of based in Scotland. But Andy and I have had our frustrations, and Simon's had our frustrations, even with regards to using the other crates, and we finally got a bit of a breakthrough with that one, which allowed you to obviously use here. But the fact that Pollok obviously offer this up to you as well is huge, because I know as at Glasgow Life we do get frustrated when there's things that don't go the way, especially that I want, and I get a lot of frustrations with that. But we're very fortunate that the support that Andy has given and the club has given, so I just want to say a massive thank you first of all to Pollok United. The second thank you I want to obviously can I say is what Drew has touched upon as well, is to you guys and overall, but also to those volunteers like Russell and David and the other guys as well that have came out and kind of volunteered to support our coaches and what we're doing, especially dementia and Parkinson's sessions, that we can only put as many kind of support the coaching wise as we can, but you guys have willingly offered to support these things, and it's been massive, and that kind of ties in with the thank you to all of you, because it's without question, anytime I'm looking for help, I put it out there, Simon, or whoever puts it out there for help, and you always step up to the mark, and I really do appreciate that. And it certainly goes back to when we had that Dementia Care Home Festival the other week. You were so willing just to come along, get involved and make the most of it, and I do want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for obviously enjoying the many benefits that walking football brings, and I hope that you will keep passing it on to so many different people who aren't already walking footballers, but will be hopefully walking footballers in the future. So just a big thank you to each and every one of you as well. Thank you for that. And my final
thank you as well today is there is, I'm just looking here now, there is three of them here today. Four of them are here today. I want to say a big thank you to my own coaches, so to Simon, Con, Drew and Colin. I know Ricky and Colin aren't here at the moment. I just want to say a massive thank you to the coaches. A lot of the coaches that I have will go and do their session, and maybe some of the younger guys as well, especially them, maybe just looking at it as a job. But you guys are in the luxury position that these guys look at it not as a job, but they do it for the love of what they do. And I take my hat off to them because they go above and beyond all the time to provide what they do for you guys. So on your behalf, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of these guys here. And I don't think it would be remiss if we just got them to stand and we do say a big thank you to them for everything that they've done this year as well. Thank you guys. Yes, next Monday, the information will come out today. I was waiting on one club getting back to me, which was hopefully the BBC were going to put a team in for next Monday as well. So next Monday the information will be out. It's at Tory Glen, it's non-competitive, it's kind of more based for people who don't normally go along to tournaments. But if there's more of you that's coming along, brilliant. But there should be, I think it's near enough 14 teams that are going to be taking part. So there's plenty of time to get some action in there, enjoy walking football with the last one event for the year as well.
Have we got some flexibility on the day? Because I think we'll have 3 teams. If it's 7 aside, I think we'll easily have 3 teams from here. So can we do that? Can we accommodate that?
Let me hear back from my text and then it should be fine.
Okay.
Matt, it wasn't recording, could you do it all again?
You've had that now, Wendell. Guys, just on all of our behalf, I don't think that we realise just how good a supporter we've got in Matt being here, because he really gets walking football and has from day one. And there's no question that nothing that exists just now would be in place if Matt hadn't seen it in the first instance and fought our corner upstairs to get it the way it is. Because not everybody gets walking football, strangely enough. There's many more people out there don't, which is why we make the wee YouTube videos and whatnot to try and get the word out there, that there's a lot more people could be benefiting from it. And I think, Matt, well done over the last, how many years? 5 years, especially for someone with a background in basketball and swimming. I might be drunk, but I remember. Thanks, Matt. And finally, in the same vein, looking forward from Pollok Utd's perspective here, Andy's going to give us a wee clue, just a wee insight into next year, Andy, because I know we could go on all day with some of the stuff you and George are putting in place, but give us a wee insight to what we're doing as Pollok Utd.
Okay. We'll be as quick as I can. So, new plans that we have, we've started up the ladies session on a Sunday morning. We're looking to try to do some more community groups. FanFit, if anybody's don't know about FanFit, SPFL Trust, so it's football fans in training. We're going to George Watson, if anybody doesn't know George, is here. We've got a sheet at the back of the room. Put your name if you fancy it. There's maybe a low intensity on a Sunday morning and a high intensity on a Wednesday evening, probably 7 o'clock. 45 minutes, roughly an hour on the pitch, and then half an hour talking about health stuff, lifestyle changes that we can make. It's not necessarily, about general fitness, lifestyle, small changes you can make in your lifestyle that can have massive differences going forward. So we have a 12-week programme. Weekly, you measure your weight, you measure your steps, you get involved in different talks about different subjects. So George and myself are delivering that for up to 30 people for 12 weeks starting in the middle of July. So that's great, and that'll be across the road in the other Craigs.
Middle of July?
January. So there's other things in the pipeline. So George is in doing a lot of development work, and almost on a weekly basis. Hopefully there'll be new things, and we'll get that out there. And we're going to try and increase our social media coverage, which are no great because I'm a dinosaur when it comes to all that kind of stuff, But anyway, but can I just say a wee thank you to Simon I've got a wee gift here for him. You can try it on, or you can try it on there. I'm not saying I was in Marks and Spencer's when I was buying it and going,
Pollok Utd lingerie, just
so I've not got anything on the back of it yet, but I'll leave that for you to decide.
a real one.
So when I was in the sports shop this morning picking this up, and then I see Simon in the front of the shop, and I was so hopefully that's
And now I think you're going to keep fit place again.
it's a slim fit, it's a slim fit, I know, so thank you very much. That's the one. 10-year contract signed. Right, by these books there as well. I better get out. Right, thanks guys. Thanks.
Right, he's got to shout because he couldn't fix the microphone. Jim Russell's going to be in charge of proceedings for a prize giving.
The mic must have got tired out in the Cystic Fibrosis Day because it's working fine, but it doesn't work now. Prizes. There's a few prizes we're going to give out. One or two unusual ones we've got to mention. First of all, prize for the most sick notes in 1 year goes to me, Bobby. Get an excuse every week. What's this? Actual one, is it? A real one?
It's a real one.
What's the real one? We're going to give Andy Mackey a prize. Well, first of all, well done to Andy and Craig for the only two that got the memo with the Christmas jumpers. Let's see if we didn't get that memo. Oh, sorry. I thought this was your regular way. That's okay, brother. So Andy Mackey is the first prize winner for amazing assistance and support. The screens get that. Come this way. That's it. That's the one. Thank you. Amazing assistance to support Andy Mackey. Number two. It's a very niche category, this one. The best boy from Buick. Andy from Buick.
There he is. There's a reason for that prize.
I'm proud to say I'm proud to the green oak tree.
I did some work in the prisons a few years ago and realised how important it was for people to get recognised and get a wee certificate or whatever. It can be a big thing in their life. And I thought a guy from Greenock has probably never had this kind of accolade before.
Apart from James Watt, of course.
Did you spring him from the jail?
It's probably special today. Number three is something that I think you'll all want to show your appreciation for. Goalkeeper, chef, memories man, Stuart Carpenter. When you said chef, I thought we were getting the guy from South Park, but they can't remember. Sure.
It's absolutely on his behalf. Maybe a hard shots if they're
Thank you guys, thank you. Next one's one of our special categories for staying on the park this year. Billy Knight. No walk-offs. And next category, best boy. We always see in pictures, and instead of looking at the credits at the end, there's always a best boy. Well, we're close to that. We've got best ball boy, which would be Gary Denham. And let me tell you, one of only 5 bicycles that live in the world. David Denham. Now, this one's for skills, dexterity, and amazing poise in the football field. Not playing football, cameraman Chris. You need to come to me. Hey, cameraman of the year. You didn't pull on that very well, did you? It's the only medal I'll get. And please people listen to you.
I'll give this one. It's for the second top goal scorer, because we've got a goal scorer trophy. This is for the second top goal scorer, Jim Russell. Because this is for the most consistent player here. In fact,
you don't get a speech like that, man.
What's wrong?
You see, speech like you stopped the speech a little bit. Thank you, Nat.
How was that?
That's just Frank, for a horrible moment, I thought he was going to get copies of the book.
Keeps up on his right. This is for the most consistent player walking football possibly in the world. Jim the goalie.
Please take that. Cheers for that. Nice one. Sit down.
Throw my ball.
And I've got a wee special work here. I put a thing out maybe at the start of the season or sometime after lockdown, asking if anybody wanted to start getting involved in refereeing at the walking football, because it would help you understand the game and it would help with fitness, and it would, when you're injured it would be a great help. And there was only one person came forward, and since then he's got involved and helped us out quite a bit. David Watt. He's got his red card and his yellow card, watch out. And the best tip I ever got, Colin will tell you this, I got a tip from Tiny Wharton, and he told me sometimes 22 players on a pitch is too many. Just get rid of a couple. Yeah, guys, during the course of the season, Mark's talked about the competitive stuff there, and I know that not everybody's involved in the competitive stuff, but it does add a big part to walking football, and it probably gives us the biggest showcase for walking football as far as celebrities and ex-players and all that's concerned. So this year we had good success in the competitive football. A few weeks ago or months ago, I don't know how many are here tonight. Frank, will you get your team up and get a wee picture? Russell, Andy, that was the over 65.
Can you give us a big cheer, guys? Come on.
Also, and there's very few of them here today, disappointingly, Glasgow just recently won the over 60s Glasgow. Jack's here, I see. And Jim, we photograph.
Jack's coming up.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, you hold on to it, Jim.
Just in case. Well done, Jack. Thank you.
Well done, Jack.
Happy 60th birthday, Jack.
Happy 59th
Okay, individual awards now. The most improved player of the year. Thanks very much. Oh, no me. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. James Whiteside.
Whatever you want.
What is it?
You've not seen anything yet?
Well, just starting it so I'll get quicker. Call me the worker anyway, so I'm chuffed as anything.
Well, because
We had a number 2 to give it to the number 1. I think we should. Yes, we're looking for the best top goal scorer this season. And it goes to Craig Tulin!
Simon, I've got an appointment for a massage at midnight. Will we finish by then?
No, I'm reading my book as well.
Oh, right.
I'm going to give this one out. Unfortunately, he's not here today, but this is the Coaches Player of the Year. And he's been here every Monday for the last 2 years. Can't get rid of him, and he's not here today. And I'm giving this to Ricky Gray this year, guys, for all the work.
You could have brought a dummy. Oh, you did?
And Ricky is now a coach for Glasgow Wife. He starts this week, I think.
Yes.
Yes, he'll be taking sessions. You were nearly there.
Well done to Chris, first funny of the year.
This is a special award that we're now invented, an annual award that we've invented.
Yes.
It's recycled pretty quickly, isn't it?
You stick his back down the suit. That's good. He's one prepared there, Blue Peter. Blue Peter badges in the front. Special Achievement Award goes to the Destroyer, Alan McKenzie. If you've got the pleasure of getting ankles tapped by you know what I mean, but Destroyer
On your ribs. No, that's cool. So this is the main prize of the day. It's for Player of the Year, as voted for by all you guys and all the people that aren't here today. The votes were incredible, guys. I've got them. I couldn't read them out because nearly everybody got votes in amongst it. Maybe what I'll do is read the top 5 and that gives you an idea of the competition vote we had. I can find them. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8. Jim Russell actually made it as number 8. So you can't vote for yourself. Especially twice. Ricky Wilson was 7th. James, who got best player, was 6th. Jim the goalie, 5th. Well done. Ricky Gray, 4th. And Alec McKenzie, 3rd. But it was a tie for first place, guys, so we've got 2. So first time, so it's the inaugural Player of the Year, and it goes to Michelle O'Neill.
Surprised you don't start an argument, but I have to share it.
And that's us, guys. Thanks very much. Thanks to the cameraman.
Music.